are joined on the program by 100.7 The Bay Sports Director, Mr. Jerry Coleman. And Jerry, the Orioles are deciding to make it very difficult to figure out what's going on this season. We went from being in the trash can to now winning, 14 out of the last 19, something crazy like that?
Yeah, these wins are starting to get in the way of, I guess, what the plan was to unload half the team at the trade deadline. But they get the win over the Angels. They complete the three-game sweep over the weekend. They scored 11 runs. I think the last time we talked, they scored 10, which, again, we keep reminding everyone, that's the most since opening day when they scored 12 in Toronto. But 8 of the 11 runs were scored in the latter innings, and the big one was the Gary Sanchez grand slam. Rios and Westberg also going deep. Great to have Westberg back. Colton Cowser looks like he banged up his shoulder again, slamming into that wall. But the Orioles are now headed towards a very important week, Huber, because I'm not sure what they're going to do. They're 10 games under 500, like you said. They're playing some of their best baseball of the season. But then again, they have the Rays and the Yankees coming up on the road this week starting tonight.
I mean, I think you're right. I think we got 7 games here. I think it's a 4 and a 3-game series, if I'm not mistaken. So you got 7 games here that if you go over 500 puts you in the hunt.
Absolutely.
If you don't, then I think you proceed with, making like a Vegas blackjack dealer and start, hitting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they are in last place. They are 12 games out of first. They are within striking distance of the wild card. Not sure what the Red Sox are doing and giving away their best hitter in Rafael Devers. That's their problem, not ours. But the Orioles are trailing the Red Sox now by 5.5 games. But they still have a ways to go, and the Yankees and the Rays are atop the division. So this will be a big litmus test this week, no doubt.
All right, let's just play hypotheticals. Let's say we, do well over 500 on this series. We end up back in the hunt. Are you buying all the way in?
Not all the way in just yet, but you have to start paying attention and seeing if this is going to be a trend in the right direction. Teams have turned it around. I'm skeptical in that, the teams they've been beating up on have been lower teams inside the American League, like the Angels and the White Sox and whatever they're calling that team in Sacramento these days. So let's see them take care of a Yankees team or a Rays team on the road and see what they're made of. And if they do that, I think they're going to wake up some people.
Now, I also want to talk about, I was at the game yesterday, and I've been watching baseball a long time. It seems to be a relatively newer trend to start a bullpen player. And also, caveat to that, is there a worse name for a bullpen player than Blewett?
No, there probably isn't. You should go with the French version of Bleuet.
It's like Joe Dirte, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad name to have if you're a guy that's coming in to try and shut down an opposing team. But he got the job done yesterday. I will say that. He was the opener. They've done it twice now over the weekend, and it's worked. I'm not a big fan of it. But, again, if it works, fine. And then, you bring the starter in, Kate Povich yesterday and Kate, and Green Kramer the day before, and they succeeded. So this may be the new trend for Tony Mansolino.
Yeah, is it happening all over the league and I'm just not seeing? Is it unique to Baltimore?
Well, it's something that the Rays started a long time ago, and you're seeing teams, even the Dodgers, utilize it as deep of a team and pitching staff they have. So, yes, it is a trend all over baseball. Again, not a big fan of it, but it's part of the analytical geek procedures that they do.
Well, look, when half our starting pitchers have terrible first and second innings and then lock it in, maybe they're like, let's just get those innings out of the way.
I think that's the thinking, and bringing in the starter with a little rest, not having to worry about a rough first inning, or second inning, or third inning in yesterday's case.
All right, hit me up, the Be More Baseball podcast. What do we got going on?
Well, we are doing a live broadcast from Pappas Seafood in Timonium tomorrow with Orioles Hall of Famer Joe Orsulak on. Is there a more Baltimore name than Joe Orsulak?
Maybe Kobe Mayo, but that's about it.
Or Joe Flacco. But, we will be at Pappas tomorrow at 11 a.m. And looking to build up my Instagram page. We're going to do a lot of promotion, a lot of sports on there in conjunction with the Bay. So give me a follow on Instagram, please. I beg you, at jcole5545, jcole5545. We'll see who's listening, but how many followers we got to get?
All right, follow Jerry J. Cole 5545 on Instagram, Mr. Jerry Coleman and Sports. Thanks, sir.
See you this week.
Sports with Coleman on 100.7 The Bay. Brought to you by HS Tech Group, Maryland's leading security and technology company. Go to hstechgroup.com.